woman the radio.
The world is changing, and so are we. Young people everywhere want liberty. Join us every Saturday for an hour of glee on the Youth Advocate.
The Youth Advocates, bringing fun and education. Every Saturday at 4, tune in to our station. We discuss youth issues and possible solutions. The Youth Advocate is the perfect resolution.
Our program is informative but not boring. We talk about life and how we should be exploring. Join us on Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM or on our Facebook page. Our program will leave a lasting book.
The Youth Advocates, bringing fun and education. Every Saturday at 4, tune into our station. We discuss youth issues and possible solutions. The Youth Advocate is the perfect resolution.
To contribute or join in, we are just a call away. Dial 090-001-005 and we'll be there to stay. And for WhatsApp, dial 077-907-092 or 033-627-553. The Youth Advocate, your voice will be heard, a guarantee.
The Youth Advocate, bringing fun and education.
Every Saturday at 4, tune in to our station. We discuss youth issues and possible solutions.
The Youth Advocate is the perfect resolution.
Live on Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. The woman the radio.
The world is changing, and so are we. Young people everywhere want liberty. Join us every Saturday for an hour of glee on the Youth Advocate.
The Youth Advocates, bringing fun and education. Every Saturday at 4, tune
edition of Youth Advocates on Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM. You can also get us live on Facebook, Hands of Hope Radio 100.5 FM, The Woman the Radio, on YouTube, Hands of Hope Radio, and on Instagram at Hands of Hope Radio. I'm your host, Emmanuel Bangwa.
And I'm your co-presenter, Safiat Emakabu. Thank you for joining us today. We have an important topic to discuss, which is drug abuse, understanding the danger and finding solutions.
That's right, Safiatu. Drug abuse is a critical issue affecting our youth. And today we aim to shed light on its dangers and explore potential solutions. But let's first join Nenedabo for our quotes for today's program.
Well, our quote for today's program is from Jim Rohn, and it says, "Well, life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change."
Thank you, Nene, for that quote. Well, you can be a part of the program by sending your text message to the number 078-162-461, 078-162-461, or 077-907-092, 077-907-092. You'll have the opportunity to call later in the program, but for now, you can just drop in a text message on this number or on our different social media platforms.
Okay, well, with us in the studio, we have young and vibrant minds, and we are going to be discussing this topic together. So, you'll now introduce yourself. I'll start from my near right. So I'll start from you, sir. Your name, please.
Good afternoon, viewers. My own name is Paul Misali.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Paul. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
And
Hello, viewers. My name is Nene Estabo.
Okay, Nene Estabo, you're highly welcome to the program. So, to kick off things, let's delve into the dangers of drug abuse. First, what is drug abuse? That's going to be our first question. And our first question is going to our gentleman in the studio, Paul. So we want you to help us understand what we mean by drug abuse when we say drug abuse.
Well, whenever we hear the word drugs abuse, what comes into our mind is definitely drugs abuse is a situation whereby we use drugs or misuse drugs. Drugs that's supposed to be used in accordance of health benefits later destroy our health, which is obviously an horrifying thing. So that's what we mean by drugs abuse. And also there is a difference between drugs abuse and drugs dependence, which obviously known as drug addiction. So obviously drug abuse is quite an horrifying thing that has been destroying our youth.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that was detailed. So drug abuse is the misuse of drugs, using drugs the wrong way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. So we have our next question. Before we go to that, I want Nenedabo to also give a clue of what you think drug abuse is.
Well, according to my understanding about drug abuse, these are substances that are used in a way that they shouldn't be used, because like we find out that we have so many youths of nowadays who abuse drugs, when they take drugs which are not good.
So therefore they are abusing the drugs. So we are going to our next question. And our next question here is going to Nenedabo, and it says, what are the most common substances our youths are being abused today, or abusing today? Sorry.
Wow. Okay, you mean some of the drugs
Yes,
that youths abuse,
yes,
the common drugs. Like we have so many types of drugs now. And we have tobacco, we have the cocaine, but those drugs that are not commonly used in Sierra Leone. And some of the common drugs that are used in Sierra Leone, wherein so many youth and young people abuse nowadays, is the alcohol, which is common in Sierra Leone. And we also have the cigarettes, we have the marijuana, and one which is more complex nowadays, which is so rampant, wherein there is this untidy, like we find out that youth taking this particular drugs, like they can't be for themselves, like they do things, they go out there, they mess up themselves, they do so many they do so many damage out there and in the streets. And I think that's all because kush is one of the most common.
Okay, that was wonderful. So she deliberately discussed more on Kush because I mean that's the point.
Kush has been dominant
in our society.
So
It's like ever since it came to existence,
they gave you tramadol, and when they give you tramadol, like the pain will less, and you become very tired. You will sleep a lot. So tramadol is just sort of painkiller.
Okay. So
but they take it excessively.
That's drugs abuse. Abuse.
Well, we can say it's also part of the common substances that youth use because they abuse it. Well, kush.
So I want Mr. Paul, I want you to, you've spoken about kush a lot. So like we neglecting alcohol, it's a drug. And alcohol, people do not see it as that much of a bad drug. Especially youth, we use it for pleasure.
Yeah.
Alcohol is a very bad drug. Alcohol, because when you look at the chemical substance in alcohol, like you have three predominant chemical substance. The nicotine, that's one. We have the carbon.
Cigarette is harmful for it. I mean, like, I don't understand why people will decide to like smoke something that affects your internal organs, and then maybe in the next 2-3 years you'll be dead with, I don't know.
And some do not use cigarette, but they use shisha.
Shisha. Yes, that's what they say. I call it not a smoke, not shisha.
This ones are mainly for the youth. This shisha thing, like they use it, like more especially when they go out, they chill, like this. This how they call it,
shisha.
Like the youth partake of it more.
And the funny thing is how they smoke it and then they profit out of their money. They love it around the media as if it's something achievable, not knowing that they are actually affecting themselves internally and externally.
Yeah, that's some of the causes why people normally take part in some strenuous activities. They actually involved in these drugs, like they feel to be a special kind of being, like don't care about the society, what the society think of them, like they are seeing themselves as the supreme being.
Because you usually esteem. So most of us will have this low self-esteem when you're among people, you feel down.
Yes.
So people take drugs to upheal themselves or to somehow be up there. So they do what they have to do. So I think we've exhausted this part. Okay.
Okay, well, let's quickly hear from some young people who are taking these drugs and how it has affected them.
My name na Ibe Bangwak from Wellington Zone, Ngwata. When they left this drug and not poorly, every youth, the poorly youth man, first time youth man, they be the but put in there, but now, youth man, they sell it to party for go buy drug, man, they but put in. We warm them, we go take people for go smoke. So at the big end, the government, they will help the youth there for this life, yeah, we put more interest for this year. So the youth man, they will come with the baby paper government, we help the youth there.
My name na Aguna Mustafa Boxing Bangura. Come on, approved school Untolo. Well, my advice to my brother and my sister, them, my uncle and my auntie them, who will be there for the same life. This not to life. This now waste of time. Why they waste your time now? So your life they go. Imagine you go smoke kush, you don't get where they not throughout the day. Now your life you they waste. I see they waste it every day. Sleep you grab. You they add by your age. So Lord left this year, Lord focus. Some I don't go, some I don't see to us, some I no land work, some I want land work. So Lord focus, you want go land work, you go land work. You want continue school, you continue school. Push, they destroy with the youth man then.
So when you mean take this year, so how do they mean make you dey react?
This why be they take at me. For me, when they put me one side. Because we side they go smoke and another day she don't say they don't. If I hold 100,000 passing door before I come on I get to. So I dey waste my life. I get family, I get for married. My mama dey, my papa dey.
For me, my money is school, my upper pro schools, these kids, so Wellington. How me life be turn like my life be miserable. So sincerely, even my own person way I be there too. Because of the way of living, make different and they between me. In this now, I thought and fix it. I realize to myself now, say, all that na nonsense. This push they distract you. Really creates no good impact inside the system. Now just for the story, for putting at the layman side, and some of who get features there. Like me, what now they talk to now, so I get me better, get me once results. And they say later, I get me 5 credits. And I get many things I need around for do. But to my nation will accept me to my. So I try forget me compare with the pan is kush. Now look the kush and left and not so food for you. Kush let them make your life develop.
Me, na my name Richard. For communities, the push it don't pull really. Cause the states also saw the day will not do the again. It don't pull particular me wish don't wait in so. It don't pull me career. Be do with my family. Now they don't disown me for push. They don't land me job. The people they don't have us, but just because of push, then they have me. So push a bad to the health. True fine for talk. Push bad thing.
My name Ibrahim Sisi. I come out from Watano community. For me, this food I wouldn't couch for in this country. Where be say, even with the youth man, they say to the one whole nation not glad over that. What people they demonstrate against right now for let the able pull in this country. For let with the youth man, they go be a future leader for the tomorrow. Not to food where be say not to good food for this country. Even right now, you dey see the youth say whether they pass na street. Some man you no get medical facility, no nothing, and so some man they pass. Some man wey you see himself, you no go want like Kanye you again. Some man if you see the soul they pana, this one get kusha would don't count na this country. They don't make with the youth then. With the youth they don't go out of hand. Some man wey you see am, you really see am. If you say not to you come be mortal man. See so, some man they swell. Some man not get good medical facility, and we dey try for talk to the government. Let them help we. If now in terms of medical facilities, or let them try, let them wipe this thing off now this country.
You know, it's not a Mustafa who prefer community. We don't need strain at this life because family they don't push you away because of this push. You know,
bad friends, they don't influence we. Some of we na man them put we inside. Then spoil we later, they left we back. Frustration, although some of we na stress, frustration put we by them thing, they like ease me stress back. Let me stress go. But all that's also fine thing because if the stress, if they one side, you know, able do nothing. You get your money, you know, able keep me like me so how they talk. Most of some people when they sabi me, they don't ever sabi me this kind of way. They sabi me say me na serious person. But now push don't make I don't go behind, I don't go backward. Also so me condition me then now me condition all of all because of push. You know? Yeah. Me daddy be when I me daddy know they encourage me. Fast way people and they talk to me for let I able dey so I go able change. Me I dey pray. So all the organization they do let them help we back, let them pray for we. God go must make we live and let them pull this thing at this country. Because if we come on at this country, we go free in our life. We go free because we no see side for go buy. I like it stress for smoke and say, you know they smoke because you know get some for smoker. So they will beg the government, let pull them out of this country. Let we life them normal back again. And then they pray for they beg them.
Right. So like from yesterday to today, what you know before take you get any reaction for you?
Yes, okay, fine. Because why okay? When you take her, you didn't have. I know able to map like I map so self they talk to you. Because if I take her my body all in now, you know, I dey get that weak. I know they talk like how they talk self. I they see funny, always see they talk, I go see you like you know so serious person when they talk to me. So I say, well, thank you. I not take her right now, normal. I they able to talk to you and they able understand you.
Okay. Okay, welcome back from that break. Well, we have heard from some people who take kush, drug users, what they have said and how kush has been affecting them in their lives, how it has been destroyed because of kush. And we know these things are very, very serious, and it's affecting us in turn the society. So we want to briefly analyze what we have had and we want to get the opinions of us, all of us here. We want to know what we think from the audio we've had and what we think is causing people to go into drugs, especially push, because that's the central thing here. So I want to start off with Paul. So what do you think is the main reason why people are going into drugs? They are getting themselves involved. And some of them, from what they said, some of them want to actually pull back, but there's this thing that keeps them going even when they want to stop.
Yeah, that's the situation wherein drugs addiction comes in. Like it absolutely eats up the subconscious mind. Like if you want to stop but you cannot stop, there's something that is like triggering for more drugs, more drugs, more drugs. So on that basis you neglect your health. You also neglect things that you are passionate about. So all that you been thinking in your mind is where can I have money to go and buy kush? Where can I have money to go and buy kush? Where can I make a kind of business whereby I can contribute to society? So like it eats up your subconscious mind, like it's destroy your super ego, like that, like in the case of fraud, like a psychologist make the mention of the super ego, a kind of situation where the immediate choice, like you want to satisfy your immediate choice. The super ego is what the ego is what controls the id. Like in the case of a child, like sadly a child went to a supermarket, immediately he sees want to grab it. Like I'm talking about a child around the age of 1 want to grab it. But unfortunately, if that particular child have mastered the super ego, like can rethink, no, see that that's stealing. So like try to subdue the immediate need.
So the super ego controls
the
you
need
from getting started.
engaging into certain age. But in the case now when you're so addicted to particular thing, like it might not be push, it might be different things. But like if you subtly try to control your ego or your I in a way, in a platform where you accept your fault, you accept that I'm addicted to push, and you find people that are responsible enough to say our best they can come out there. Like you certainly see and I want you, for the best housemaid, blah blah blah, those are but like creating a platform whereby honoring the best, if I can say the best university graduating student with a huge sum of money. I am not saying like because like the platform is there, but platform is just only based around certificate.
So if you're saying like the opportunities are not there, that's why they're
So like that's why they are seeing this rapper, they are making rapper. Most of them they are seeing them as the idols because they're around bringing cash, you young money, this, that, all sort of things. Like, so like it creates a kind of alienation world, like my ego world. Like this is a kind of a world I want to live in, where I can sex any woman I want. Obviously, like in the case of talk how I want, despite if you are my elders, I can just bash at you. So get so like this so like it's all based on what they are seeing, like their idols they are doing, like these rappers and musicians. And if we are to think critically, these are the people that are the most popular in the world. Like in the case of the Eminem, Jay-Z and stuff like that, like Grizzly. Like Grizzly is very responsible now. He's really very responsible. But like this Western black so like based on that.
Is like as I was saying, saying like the like as I was saying, like the kidney, the liver, the lungs, these are they are the inner system, like they can easily be destroyed, and no sooner they are destroyed, like you can replace, although like you can replace, but like it will not be guaranteed. So like these things they will be destroyed so easily. And another thing is that like people who are involved or engage themselves in this hard work or like this push stuff, like we find out that it changes their looks, like their looks will become so different from the others. Like more especially for those who are involved in the push. Like their looks, their countenance, their everything will change.